Well, would it be asking too much to get the Georgie Jones table tonight for me and Frisco and a friend?
Frisco? Frisco's in town? Well, there's a nice surprise.
Yes, well, it was sort of a surprise to me, too. Any chance?
Well, you know, I'll probably have to throw the mayor or some famous for diplomat out, but what the hell?
Oh, you're a dear. We'll see you soon.
The table is yours. Tell Frisco I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, bye. Done. Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed. And would you read Maxie's story? Thanks.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Frisco Jones.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Saved the world yet?
No, not yet. Rakeem, my partner.
Rakeem the famous.
I am.
Well, you seem to be. You're an old friend of yours waiting at the table.
Okay.
This is some place you got here.
Hey, thanks, man.
Beautiful.
Ta-da!
Enjoy yourself. Hey, hi, Doctor. How are you?
Hello, bro. Dr. Jones.
You remember me. You didn't forget me.
How could I forget the way you wielded that scalpel?
Well,
So this is the famous Georgie Jones table, huh?
Yes, see the plaque?
You actually gave birth here?
Well, it wasn't exactly on the table. It was under the table with other tables around and a tablecloth covering for some privacy.
Well, that's a good thing.
it was quite a night. And you remember the scalpels that I used?
Oh, yeah.
This time, I cut the umbilical cord.
Ladies and gents, I won't leave you hanging any longer. The one, the only Mary May Ward.
The joint is jumping, everybody's having a good time. You know what's going through my mind. Do you mind if I get dumped?
Yeah.
Take off my shoes.
Kick him off, girl.
While you're fixing me a drink, play me some of those down home blues.
Yeah.
Down home blues. Down home blues. All I wanted to hear was those down home blues all night long. Every other record or two. Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Why?
Wake up.
I'm awake.
You're asleep on your feet.
Actually, I was sitting down.
Be in the
Go home and go to bed.
No. You want an evening at Luke's? We're at Luke's.
think so little of me.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Keem, we'll see you tomorrow.
They
Come
allow
on, Frisco, this is ridiculous. Bye.
when you're near. There's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange a change made you to mine. Every time we say
energized.
Oh, well, I guess that drive home woke me up.
Right.
So it was good to see Luke's. I can't believe you decided to have our child in the middle of a blues club.
Yes, it's weirdly appropriate, don't you think? Actually, I didn't have a lot of say in the matter. Our daughter definitely has a mind of her own.
I wonder where she got that. Well, it's a good thing she saw it at a young age, because she probably won't be allowed in there till she's at least 40.
Oh, my. You guys and your little girls. I heard Luke Spencer say once that he was going to send Leslie Lou to a military school. I wonder why. Maybe he's afraid that she's going to meet a boy just like her dear old dad.
What do you think?
I think that you're going to have a tough time telling Georgie what to do when you're halfway around the world.
I hate it when you get that smug, superior smile on your face.
I'm just smiling. You used to always love it when I just smiled.
No, it's not that. It's the way you're smiling. That's what it is. Like you know what I'm thinking better than I do.
That's highly possible.
Felicia, I know what I said. I wasn't delirious, you know, or jet-lagged, or anything like that.
Unlike your present condition after 4 hours of sleep on the couch, plus a 1-hour nap, and there was 2 days with 3 hours of sleep. That's a total of 8 hours. That's that.
Well, stop avoiding the issue here.
There is no issue.
Yes, there is, Felicia. You see, I told you the way I feel. Now I want to be with you. I want to be with the girls, okay? I want to come back. Come home.
All of a sudden, you want an awful lot.
I see. So, more convincing is in order.
Well, if you think you need to do that, but it's not necessary.
God, you're stubborn.
No, I'm eminently reasonable.
Imminently?
I've learned lots of new words since you lived here last.
Also argumentative.
Nonsense. I am the soul of reason.
And still the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
If you want to convince me, go ahead. Give it your best shot. There you go. Good night.
I thought we'd hang out a little while here and cheese and crackers. I got some for us to eat.
No, I'm not hungry.
Well, how about a little wine?
Oh, I'm not thirsty either. But thank you anyway.
So that's it?
Yeah, that's it. Pleasant dreams.
Found somebody up. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a spare, would you?
Sure. My beer's your beer.
Okay.
So, what are you doing roaming around the house tonight?
I don't know. I'm either wired or whatever you want to call it that sleeps out of the question. What's your excuse?
Well, contrary to what you may think, I don't go to bed with chickens.
Well, a little prickly, aren't we? Well, anyway, it's good to see you.
And it's good to see you.
Thanks.
So how long are you going to grace us with your presence?
Well, Felicia and I haven't really put any kind of timetable on it. You know, I'm still trying to catch up with all the action. You know, you leave Fort Charles for about a month there, you miss a lot.
Yeah, it's more like about a year, isn't it?
I don't know who's counting. So tell me, what's going on with you and Bobby? Things getting any better?
Well, if by better you mean that we've made a conscious choice not to hurt each other, the answer is yes.
So you think with any more time that you may, I don't know, get back together?
Funny thing is, we sort of are.
mostly for Lucas's sake, because we're not so self-absorbed right now. We just decided to take a good long look at what we were doing to him. I take it you do know that Sean and Tiffany left town.
Yeah, Felicia told me.
Well, in all the haste and confusion of all that, little Lucas didn't get to say goodbye. And he didn't mention how he felt about it or anything. He just went on his best behavior and just stayed there. And one day he drew a picture, a family picture, and there was Daddy and Mommy and BJ and Tiffany. And he said that if you put someone in a picture, you can't lose them.
So does that mean that the divorce is a bit on hold?
We're just not discussing it. And I don't speak for Bobby. I just know for me it just didn't seem to make much sense.
Well, how's that?
You really want to hear this? Bobby, my wife, was just a fantasy that I sort of put together of all these qualities that I wanted her to have, and who and what she was, I just chose to ignore. And when I made that realization, then it seemed kind of silly to push through a divorce for something that just existed in my mind.
Is this a result of all that therapy you've been having?
Possibly. Tends to make you a little bit obnoxiously self-analytical.
Remind me not to try it.
Yeah, it might help you, actually. The funny thing is that now, from this realization, I'm beginning to question that, because the Bobby, this Bobby that I'm trying to know and understand, actually does have the qualities that I thought I made up. And sometimes I'd like to just hold her and just tell her to forget everything that hurt us and made us angry in the past. Just, you know, concentrate on what we have right now. But I don't know what she thinks about it. Sometimes I don't know if she knows what she thinks about it. And even if we did happen to be of the same mindset, I've probably hurt her too much and frightened her too much to ever really be comfortable to say that to me. So, analyze that one.
You know what?
What?
I'm sorry I asked. You know why?
Why?
Because I think I followed all that.
So I think we've adequately covered Tony Jones's life. What about Frisco?
Well, you know, it's more of the same.
Yeah, you're more of the same. You just neatly managed to avoid my question.
What question is that?
How long are you going to stay?
Well, it depends.
On what? Next time the phone rings? Of course, we should be used to that. It is a big world out there, and it must be awfully hard to save it all by yourself.
Come on, give me a break.
Hey, you know, I just always wondered, what's life like out on the edge there, Mr. Bond?
Well, I'll tell you, Em, it's wearing a little thin.
You know, sorry. I'm sure this is my mistake, but I could have sworn I heard just the smallest amount of disillusionment in your voice.
Perceptive as ever, I see.
Do you want to tell me what's going on?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't know. You know, after you and Felicia left Cairo, I didn't realize it at first, but I started to reevaluate things. You know, I went back to my job, but it was a little quiet, and I just kept thinking of how much Felicia changed. I mean, she seemed so grown up.
Yeah, that happens to some of us.
Anyway, I couldn't get them off my mind. I mean, I'm constantly thinking about her and Maxie and the new baby, and I started asking myself a lot of questions, like what am I doing? I mean, where's my priority? Am I really trying to save the world as you?